Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Craving Shaving. Today I am obviously not in my normal bathroom. I'm actually traveling right now for the 4th of July. So, a little bit different surroundings here. And one way that I can tell that this is definitely not my my bathroom are these cans here that are on the counter. Yeah, so definitely not my bathroom, but gonna have a good shave nonetheless. So here are the players in today's shave. First of all, we'll start with the stuff that is mine. This is the goodness gracious, Rockwell 6C. This is the gunmetal variety on plate 3. So I will be using that, and I will be using a brush that I made. I have it soaking here, and it is blue and kind of a whitish pearl, and then there's some purple in there, so that's kind of nice. And the reason I'm using this one is I want to try out, first of all, I've decided to keep this one. I was going to sell it, but decided I'd keep it because I don't own a Silvertip Badger brush, and this is a Silvertip Badger knot, and I wanted to give it a go. So it is soaking in this mug. And software. I'm going to be using some of my brother-in-law, who I got into wet shaving, some of his favorite products. So first up, the soap West Coast Shaving Ocean. So this stuff, it smells really good. I don't know exactly what the notes are. I've been trying to figure them out. I'm pretty sure there's some floral in there. I don't smell it and think, this smells like the ocean. So I don't know exactly. If you know all of the scent notes or have some thoughts on it, let me know. I get some powdery kind of scent maybe, but I really like it. And then Barrister and Man Promises. Yeah, there we go. That's gonna end off the shave. Yeah, no menthol in it, but I'll give it a go. Even though I generally do quite like menthol. Okay, so I am going to, of course, squeeze the water out of this brush. I'm going to give it a shake just for good measure, and we're going to go ahead and load right out of the tin here. I was actually just talking with my brother-in-law about tins versus plastic containers, and I like tins. However, I will say I much prefer the size of this tin I got from Sterling compared to this smaller one from West Coast Shaving. It's a little nicer. So, what do you guys prefer? Smaller or tins, plastic, small, large? I guess it really honestly doesn't matter the size of the tin. It's generally the wider tins or wider containers are less full because they still have the same amount of soap, they're just not as filled up. I just think when I load in the, when I load in the tin, I get it on my fingers and stuff, and that's just not preferable to me. But I like the look of the tins. Yeah, they dent, yeah, I don't know, I just like it. So, I'm going to give this a good load. So I haven't actually shaved with this brush yet. I have done a test lather with it. And that's when I was like, yeah, well, I definitely am going to keep this now. The brush knot is from Strike Gold Shaves, which I just did my brother-in-law's brush. Sorry, loud sake. From Strike Gold Shaves as well, the mother load knot. I'm going to wet my face and start face lathering. Alright, first of all, get that stuff on my face and get going. Now, I haven't done much to break this in. I've just done one test lather. So, but that being said, it has a great face feel already. Let's talk breaking in a Badger brush. I have my routine pretty well set for breaking in a boar brush. And it depends on the grade of boar brush. And this is definitely a your mileage may vary thing. But when it comes to breaking in a pure badger brush, I found that the best thing, if you get a boar badger brush, is to take it, remove the, pure badger brush, remove the pure badger brush, throw it in the garbage, and get a decent knot. That's my preference. Okay, we'll go with that. I have a Vashkod blade in here. Third use, so it's probably the last use on this one. So, I am vacationing right now in my hometown. We're visiting the in-laws. My folks don't live here anymore, but that would be the town of Hurricane, Utah. Yeah, it's spelled like hurricane, but people around these parts say hurricane. I don't know if it's just an accent thing or if there's more of a story behind that, but if you've ever been to Utah, you know that we say all kinds of towns weird. I live by a town that for all intents and purposes should be called Mantua, but no, it's Manaway. I don't know. It's different. But anyway. Alright. First pass, I would say, is pretty good soap. I wouldn't put it on my favorite list as far as performance. I do enjoy the smell though. Even though it's hard to place. You know what? Look at this. This happened before. Let's see if I can get this to focus here. These bath suds are no good. This happened last time I used it, and look, it's dissipating on my face. Experiment time. Give me 1 second. Okay, I believe I'm recording again, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to switch brushes. I did bring my other brush that I made. I'm going to go ahead and give it a lather with this and see if it's a brush problem that I'm having, or if it's a soap problem, or if it's just a me problem. Hopefully my brother-in-law's okay with me double loading on this, so you can have any of my soaps in return if you so choose. I have a few. I'd gladly dig some out for you. So one thing I like to do when I'm here, this town, for being so small, it has a pretty good antique venue. There's a couple antique shops for a pretty small area, and then there's some in St. George as well. Okay, that should be absolutely plenty. So I went ahead and took a stroll over to the antique shop on State Street, State Street, and went ahead and took a look to see what I could find. And I found these little cuties, literally, these cutie razor blades. No razor to go with it, but I mean, if you can see next to this, those are really, really small blades. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe someday I will get some, or the razor to go with it and give it a try on the channel. That'll be fun. Alright, so we are now using my synthetic brush. Possibly I need to spend more time with the badger brush figuring out how to get you good lather with it, because apparently I've been using synthetics so much that I'm struggling. Yeah, because check the difference out on this. No bubble bath mess on this. Okay, I'm going to wet my face again. Let's use this brush for this pass. Little thicker. I think that'll do well. Very, very subtle scent on this. It's definitely not an overwhelming scent, but it's a nice scent. Nice subtle scent. I'm getting some oceany scent now. I can see that. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's something that could pass as oceany. Again, if you know the exact scent notes, your nose can pick them out. Go ahead and throw them in the comments and say, hey, here's what the notes are. Yeah, also if you know tricks to lathering with a badger brush, apparently I can't lather with a badger brush anymore. Seems like I didn't have a problem with it when I first did, but who knows. Anyway, big long tangent later. If you have a pure badger brush, just take the knot out and put a different knot in it. That's my personal opinion. I had a West Coast shaving pure badger brush. Wasn't a fan of it. But maybe there are some out there that are more worthy. I know there's no real rating system, so there could be some really nice ones. And some like I had that was just, oh, it was a scritchy mess. I didn't like it. Put a synthetic knot in it. Okay, let's go ahead and do the last pass. For other badger brushes though, 2 bands, Finest, this one, I'm not going to do what I do to break in a boar brush. Because first of all, as far as softness goes, it doesn't need any breaking in. It's just fine. It's not in need of any added softness. What I will say though is it's got some wet dog stink. So what I'm going to do is lather it up and let it sit overnight. And that has helped me in the past to get that funk out. I'd say that soap stayed a lot better with the synthetic brush. I don't know what I did. If you saw something that I did with that Badger brush, be like, hey man, you did it wrong. Please let me know. And that will do it. Not perfect, but that's okay. I've got some new gear coming in a couple days. I want to have some growth so that I can do another video. Let me clean up and I'll come back with some post-shave stuff. Alright. Okay. Look at this. This is crazy. I don't know if this will focus so you can see it. Look how those bubbles are on that. Now now this one hasn't been sitting as long. But look at the bubbles on that and look at the bubbles on this brush. That's crazy. I wonder what the difference is. Anyway, that happened. We're going to finish up with Barrister and Man Promises. My brother-in-law said he quite likes this one. I won't use very much. Alcohol and witch hazel. I didn't like this out of the bottle, but I think this is going to be good. It reminds me of something, and I'm not sure what it reminds me of. And there are no scent notes on the bottle. So, that means I have to try to describe it. And I don't think I can. So, check out the website. Barrister and Man, or West Coast Shaving has the description, I think. I don't know. Promises, questions is more what I'm getting. I don't know what that smells like to me. Okay. Well, hey, that happened. So, all right. Silvertip Badger brush. Really, really nice feel. The lather was not what I would have liked, and this brush proved that I can get a fine lather out of it. So we will work with it. If you have any tips for me, put in there. I'm kind of new to this brush thing, but I am going to lather this up and let it sit overnight. And I'm going to do that not with Ocean, but with a much stronger smelling soap, iced coffee from Sterling. That's given me really good results in the past. I know that coffee beans have something to do with smell, and even clearing your palate when you're smelling things. If you've ever went and smelled perfume somewhere, they have those little tins of coffee beans that you can smell to cleanse your smelling palate. I don't know if that has any bearing on this, but I know this has done a great job at clearing the wet dog smell out of natural hair brushes. So we'll give it a go. Okay, well, thank you so much for tuning into this traveling edition of Craving Shaving. Sorry for the little switcheroo I pulled on you, but great shave with the Rockwell 6C. Ocean is a great scent, very mild, kind of clean. I get floral in it, something sweet anyway, and yeah, some oceany stuff once I'd lathered it and put it on. And Promises, I'm probably gonna read the scent notes and go, oh yeah, I see that, but I got nothing for you right now. Anyway, sorry about that, but it's what you do, right? Okay, thank you for tuning in. Hope everything's good for you, and have a great day.